Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fabulous Friday TV. I see a number of you coming in, and believe it or not, we've got people from women are all around the world, uh, all the way from South Africa, where Anne is, my co host, and Canada, Europe. Hi, Georgia,
Hi there.
New
Hi.
York, CJ, all over Canada. I see someone from Switzerland. So amazing to have you here and welcome. Fabulous Friday TV is about celebrating fabulous, living fabulous, being fabulous, and feeling fabulous. And I always feel that wherever we are and whatever we're doing in our life and whatever we're feeling, we should be able to draw on that feeling that we have inside of us that we are fabulous. And it can get us through a lot of things. So I'm Sherry Kalergis, editor and founder of At 45 magazine, the magazine for women when life starts to change, and we know that happens about that age. And I'm also co-founder of Fabulous University, a beautiful platform that's just getting underway for women to be able to take different courses wherever they are in their life and learn something new, again, to help us make sure that we're keeping in touch with that fabulous person that we are. So my co-host, all the way from South Africa, Anne Merritt. Welcome, Anne. It's so fun to be working on this project with you. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. Oh, wow. And I'm so pleased you're here. Cheryl, Gina, love you guys. See lots of new faces. It's really awesome to be here today. And I hope that we really are going to have some great laughs and lots of fun. My name's Anne Marrott, and I own my own marketing company. It's going to be 24 years old this year in May, which I've been one of the lucky ones that's managed to survive as a small business. And I have amazing clients, and some of them are right here today. So I had a traditional company, and from about 2016, I did this brave act of going online, and it was a total roller coaster. And I sort of only hit stability in 2019, 18, 19. But that's another story for another day. So what do? So I take people's dreams and ideas, and I get them their dreams and ideas to be financially free, and I make them a reality. So how do I do this? I put you online, or I teach you how to go online, and this doesn't mean that I build you a website and then wish you luck. Okay. I literally take your dream, develop it into a site that becomes a digital salesperson for you, that holds your customer by the hands and take them through a process of steps so that you can get your message across and sell your dreams to others. Okay, so I create automated funnel sites, and when they're up and running, it leaves you to do what you do best while your dreams are being sold. So, how did I get involved with Fabulous Friday TV show? Well, Sherry is one of my clients. I create funnel platforms for her, and as she mentioned, her 21-day challenge, reconnecting with the fabulous you. A little bit more on that a little later. But with all the COVID restrictions that we have, many people are being affected by this, especially us women. I think it's a bit not necessarily me. I'm being one of the lucky ones because I've been online for so long that it's part of my life now. But I think we wanted to create, I think that Sherry's dream as well was to create a platform where we could giving women an opportunity to talk, because after all, we just love talking, don't we? And so, and also we want you to realize your fabulousness, if there's a word such as that, and we want you to hear other women's fabulousness as well. And this was the best way that we could do it. So welcome to you fabulous ladies, to Fabulous TV show, and on Fridays, every Fridays, and I'm looking forward to sharing a whole lot more with you as we go along. Thank you very much, Sherry. Back to you.
Thanks, Anne. So, today, the topic that we're going to talk about is what is a fabulous experience you've had and how does it make you feel? And why that, again, is important is we especially during this COVID time, we are stuck inside, not living our life exactly how we would like to be living it, that's for sure. And I think it's important that we are connecting with ourselves, but also drawing on the experience of other women to feel that fabulousness. And so I'm going to share something that, an experience of mine that it came at a time in my life, sort of similar to COVID now. I was in the midst of kids and work and just chaos. Can I just be honest? It was chaotic at times. And my husband arranged, very unusual for him, arranged a getaway. And we went to the Black Rock Oceanfront Resort in Ucluelet. And you can't get any closer to the Pacific Ocean. You are sitting right on top. The room was right on top of the water. And I have a screen capture of it that I use often to reconnect. But that really, I felt so connected and so powerful sitting there. And the best thing about it was it had this bathroom to die for. You could have a party in that bathroom. It had this huge tub, soaker tub, that sat while you were looking outside onto the waves, this huge shower with all these black pebbled stones. And I had come from a shower kind of thing where, you've got a 5-minute shower and one thing of water coming at you. Well, this had like 6 or 7, a big rain spout. It was just decadent. And since that time, if I'm going anywhere, I don't check about what the bed is like. I check what's the bathroom like. Whenever I get overwhelmed, I think about that bathroom. So ever since that time, when I need something to reconnect with inside me and to reconnect with that fabulous, I get my phone out and I listen to the waves from that event. And so that was like 8 years ago, and still that draws me into that feeling. And that's the feeling that we need to remember, is how we're wanting to live our life every day, is grabbing that feeling and using that feeling for the power that's inside of us. And we often forget about that. Like I said, COVID's a prime example of forces beyond our control, but we can control how we're feeling and can access the power of that feeling. So it's a wonderful thing. So that's the discussion today. And we have a number of women that have stepped up and said they're going to share their experiences. But I'll turn it over to you, Anne, to share yours.
Okay, wow. Okay. So let me start by saying that even though I'm in South Africa, I'm a born South African, I have traveled the world extensively, and my best place to go is, of course, USA, because I have so many friends and so many clients there. And sadly, I haven't been to Canada. I would love to go there. And now my friend Cheryl, who's on here, she's in Canada, and so hopefully I can go and visit Canada one day. So let me start by saying that my favorite, most fabulous city is New York. Okay. I have been there 3 times and 2 weeks at a time, which is hectically expensive. But it's just I've never had a dull moment or a boring moment in New York. It's a city that is so amazing. And I just feel so fabulous in New York. And as Sherry said, whenever I feel like, I feel a little bit low, and then I go and have a look at my pictures that I have on my computer, and it just brings back those memories, and then I feel just great again. And so, if you haven't been there, if you haven't been visited, put it on your bucket list, because really it's like everyone thinks it's this big, horrible, dangerous city. And yes, my story covers that little part of it as well. But like, you feel like a movie star when you're walking in New York, especially when you walk down that Fifth Avenue and there's so many people. It's an amazing experience. And I stayed at I don't know if any of you know this, but it's the Western New York Grand Central Hotel in East 42nd Street. And it's just in front of the United Nations building on the East River. And this hotel has 41 floors. And I was on the 32nd floor. And that building is actually porous. I mean, the wind goes through it. And I remember being in the lift, stepping out of the lift one day, and then I was like, everything is moving. What is going on here? And I thought, well, it's really moving, or I've had far too much wine. So anyway, I found out it actually does move. It is porous, but that's another story. So my story that I'm going to tell you today is a little bit pathetic. So I had a real little South African moment when I visited New York for the first time. I mean, my biggest thing was I wanted to pedal, like I wanted to cycle around the whole of Central Park. That was like on my list, okay? But also I wanted to walk from the north to the south of this park. And so I decided, this is it, I'm going to do it. And I started in the north, and I was with a guy friend of mine. And luckily, because I'm a big movie watcher, and so in the movies where they're filmed in New York, there are always murders in the park. And so I was like this little South African in this big park that was like so bushy, and and if some of you know that park, there's some really dense foliage areas, even though it's paved all the way through, but there are some parts that are quite dense. So it was quite scary. But I don't know, it was there were also places that were so wide open, and then there's sometimes no people in them, and you sort of like, who's going to jump out the bushes now, and then it's our mentality, because we live in such a crazy city here in Johannesburg where lots of things happen, and so you bring that along, and then watching movies doesn't help as well. But anyway, wow, that walk was so awesome. It was tiring, but it was amazing. It was an amazing experience, because in that park you've got all these artists, and I'm very creative. I love that whole culture thing, and you have the artists painting, and you have them playing music, and you have them blowing these oversized bubbles, and and there are shows in open air, lots of restaurants outside, and the culture around you. It was just, for me, it was my best experience. And I do go back to it. It was my most fabulous experience. I did get to cycle around the park, and that, even though it was a puff and a grunt and a scenario, it was fabulous. I've always thought that the park was flat, but it isn't. And I soon found out, it's not all flat. And so, yeah, so I'd like to just share some pictures with you to show you me being there, so you can sort of get the feeling. So when I want to feel fabulous again, because that was my favorite experience there, and I love nature, and I love that park, I sometimes have a look at these photos just to rekindle that experience. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna share that with you. Okay.
Absolutely. That's a great thing, Anne. And while Anne is sharing, I want you to think about a word that means feeling fabulous to you, because we're going to have a draw in a few minutes. We've got some fabulous prizes. So go for it, Anne. Show us the pictures. I've
Okay.
never
Please.
been to New York.
Oh, okay. Please excuse my attire, but it was with what we were doing that day. So here I am. I'm by the famous fountain in the center of the park. Here's another one over here, and here is me looking red faced and puffied up on my bicycle in Central Park. So yeah, so that's really what I wanted to share with you. And thank you for going through this little memory with me. And I'm really been happy to share this with you. Thank you very much, Sherry. Over to you again.
Like going down just every single. So, oh, sorry. So the first giveaway we have today is an at 45. I don't know if you can see it. It's a leather card holder, and it's for business cards, but I also use it for all my credit cards. Instead of carrying a wallet, I just keep them in here. It slides in a pocket, and we're going to send this to you wherever you are. I want you to put in the chat one word that describes you, how you feel when you're feeling fabulous. So a word that describes that feeling. And then I'm just going to give you a couple seconds. And then so let's see. So we're putting it in the chat. Ooh, I'm seeing some good ones. So because we're celebrating our first one, we are going to choose the first person who put it in the chat. And I think
it was Gina.
It was Gina. Gina Best. So Gina, this is on its way to you. Congratulations.
Yay.
So I'm going to call the next person who's doing the sharing, and I want you to just introduce yourself, do a self-introduction. And if you have a business, share your Instagram or Facebook handle so people can find you afterwards. And Anne and I will share some of this information out for you. And there will also be, it's being broadcast on Facebook Live for Fabulous University, and it's on the YouTube channel at 45 Women Disrupting Influences. So, Carol Bertuzzi Luciani. Oh, and tell where you are located too.
Well, I'm glad you used my name, and that way it doesn't cut into my time. Hi, everyone. I'm sitting here tucked into my bedroom because other things are. Are you there?
Oh, we're still here, Carol. We can just see your name.
Oh gosh.
I just had a malfunction and it wasn't my wardrobe.
So we can hear your voice. Okay. Oh, now we can see you. There you go.
All right. Anyway, I'm sitting here, Oakville, Ontario, Canada. I know I don't have a lot of time. And when you asked me about something fabulous in my life, my little voice said you should talk about the births of your children or perhaps your long marriage. But then the other voice said, nah, that had nothing to do with it. I am a person that looks for fabulous every day. So there were many, many things in my Rolodex I had to go through. But let me tell you this very quick story. As a very young child, of course, I was a tomboy, loved sports. My hero was a female American athlete called Babe Didrikson. I did my speech on her. My dream at that time, Anna, was I wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to be a professional athlete. I wanted to be an Olympic athlete. Life got in the way, and of course, that didn't happen. However, in 1987, my name was randomly chosen to carry the Olympic torch on Christmas Day in Hamilton, Ontario. And right here in this book on day 39, you can't see it, but my name is listed as an Olympic athlete for carrying the torch. But it got better. In 2012, every January, I choose to go on a volunteer adventure just to survive the doldrums of January. And that particular year, I decided I want to volunteer at the Vancouver Olympics in 2012. And once again, I got chosen. And that's where Fabulous lasted for 14 days. And it started with meeting one of my heroes, Rick Hansen, on the street. But then I went to a medal ceremony where Canada had actually won gold. And to feel the nationalistic pride in that arena, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. But then came the last day when Canada won gold in hockey. And to be in the streets of Vancouver and enjoy the revelry that was going on with every other citizen on the street. And then to take the ferry and have people erupt into singing the national anthem. Well, I got to tell you, that fabulousness has never left me. And it's been 9 years. So go out and experience your fabulous every single day, because it's out there if you're looking.
Oh, that's a wonderful story. And I remember those days in Vancouver. It was so exciting, Carol. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I think, actually, Carol, what is your Facebook? Because I know Carol has some great things on her Facebook. She has done some super initiatives that are so fun. She's provided lots of laughs. So where can people find you?
Well, I'm known as the Motivator, but I believe my Facebook is my name, Carol Bertuzzi Luciani. Instagram is Motivator, I believe. Okay. I don't follow it closely, but yes, my goal is to post every day until the 1-year anniversary of this pandemic, which takes work.
It does. Thank you. So I think the next person that we have sharing is Holly James. Holly, are you on there?
I am on here.
Ooh,
good morning,
welcome.
everyone. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Welcome. Where are you located?
I'm calling in from Edgerton, Alberta, a small rural area in Alberta in Canada. So yeah, and it's fabulous stories coming around, and I'm coming at it from a little bit different angle, but that's good because different perspectives is always an amazing thing that I find great about individuals and having conversations with people. So when I think of fabulous, I usually think, and I love Carol's go out and find your fabulous every day, but I usually think of a time when I need a pick-me-up when I think fabulous. So sometime when you're maybe not feeling exactly the best of you. And so one of the things I always equate is a trip that I had taken with my daughter, and we had went splunking. And when you're doing, I have a fear of small spaces. And so the splunking excursion was taking place in Canmore here by Banff. And you hiked up a hill, and I wasn't feeling well. I had just had knee surgery. And I was thinking to myself, are you crazy, lady? But anyways, we endured. And we climbed the hill, and we entered the cave, and we rappelled down and went through some very, very small crevices. But when I emerged unscathed, I was, I was grateful for the excursion with my daughter. But it also, anytime I need to think about when I'm not feeling fabulous, I think about the resilience and the persistence and things that we incur in our lives that sometimes bring us down. But then you can think of an experience that brings you back up and you remember how resilient and the feeling from it. So that's my sharing today.
I'm claustrophobic myself. I cannot imagine doing that. So resilience, that's a good thing. Bravery is another. Thank you so much for sharing that, Holly. So next up, we have Georgia Vargas, and she's coming in all the way from Spain, I think is where you are now. Georgia, is it?
Yes, that's where I am. I'm living in Spain. I'm just so you don't guess. I'm a Hungarian Londoner living in Spain. Good start there. So my little story is about inspiration and the ability for us women particularly to overcome, survive, to live above, to change. We are brilliant at changing if we only would believe it better. So around about February last year, I was planning for a fantastic launch for my fourth book, the purple one. It was going to be in London, right? Because I know London really well. I had a fabulous venue. I had tickets sold. I had events coming up afterwards, PR. I was staying in a fabulous place. I was really geared up. And of course, this palaver happened and we were all locked up. Terrible business, right? So I was just, what am I going to do? You know, I'm a speaker, I'm an entertainer, I'm a performer. I've written books. What am I going to do with myself now? I'm stuck. I'm locked up like a criminal, you know. What am I going to do with myself? Something's got to change. And I really had to look at my own talents and skills. And this is what I encourage women to do. Look at your own talents and skills. Don't belittle any of them. All of them are valuable. Even if you did it 50 years ago, you know, you never know when you can turn that into a product or a service that you can give or sell. And there for me was something that was right in front of my own eyes and I couldn't see it. Years and years of writing plays and poems and scripts and MC scripts and things like that, you know. And I thought, I've got to teach this. I've got to teach writing, how to write books, I've got 200 blogs on my website. How could I not see this as a service that I could share with everybody? So of course I'm on that train and it's a little bit slow, but it's moving and I'm getting there. And in one of I think the Red Book, I've got a chapter on this, what I call the 4 fabulous sisters. Consistent, persistent, resistant, and insistent. My 4 fabulous sisters that I carry with me all the time. So when, I'm thinking, oh, things are too slow. Why don't people want to write? Why don't they come to me? I say to myself, well, don't forget you've got your sisters, consistent, resistant, persistent, and insistent. And I keep them close to me because I know we women will survive any of this nonsense that's going on, any of this terrible illegal locking up of human beings that does so much damage. But that's the thing. We can talk to each other. We can share these experiences and be fabulous all over again and feel that special, I don't know, je ne sais quoi, that special energy, that juice to bring out the best in you, to create something that you can make a life of.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Georgia. Now, can you tell people your website or yours where they can connect with you?
Sure. So I have a website and it's those 3 W's and my name, Georgia Vargas. Spell it with a J and you'll get there straight away. And I'm on LinkedIn. I have a Facebook page, of course, same kind of thing with my name. But I'm on LinkedIn a lot because for me, that's a great business avenue. So you can find me on LinkedIn. Once again, it's my name, Georgia Vargas, Varjas. And I know I've done a lovely interview with Cherie, I think it was last year, obviously.
Yes.
So I'm up on her channel already.
And we love having you, Georgia.
Thank
So,
you.
I mean, one of the things that Georgia just brought up was the fact that we have skills that we can draw on that also make us feel fabulous. So, our next prize, Flash Lash. Can you see that? They're magnetic eyelashes. And yes, I'm wearing a pair. And they're so easy to put on. Oh my goodness. You just put like eyeliner on and then they just clamp right to it. And they last forever. And my husband loves them. So that's the great thing. So what I want you to put in the chat this time is, what skill have you not used for a while that makes you feel fabulous? So we'll give you a couple seconds. Put it in the chat. What skill have you not used for a while that makes you feel fabulous? And Anne, I want you to pick a number. So.
Okay. Is everyone finished? Give it a few
I
minutes.
see so many coming in.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, we've got some great ones. Painting, speaking on stage, troubleshooting, community engagement, teaching, going live, writing poetry. Okay, Anne, pick a
Okay,
number.
I'll choose number 6.
Okay, so let me just get to this top here. Georgia Vargas,
Oh,
they're coming to you.
whoa. I've never worn things like that. It's going to be fun. This is going to be great fun.
I
Get them in
couldn't
my
believe
eye.
it.
It's fabulous.
So thank you, everyone. Next up, Jane Morba. Are you on, Jane?
She's not in.
No. Gina Best. Are you on?
Yeah, Gina's there. She's on
I
silent.
am. I'm here.
Hey.
You're
So
gonna have to
you're
bear with me.
sharing what's the most
having
fabulous
wicked-
experience you've had?
I'm having wicked technology issues this morning. And I will admit that when we started, I was still had my hair. I just got the kids out the door. So I have since put my makeup on. Let's see if I can do this. I'm on my phone. I'm sorry. I'm on, technology.
We can see you.
There we go. I'm literally still trying to get myself ready. I'm going to talk about an experience recently. So, COVID's been an interesting year for everybody. I had a freak out in the beginning. There was lots of stuff that happened, but one of the things that went on was my ex and I finally did our separation, our divorce. And it wasn't really a happy time at the time when I got the lovely lawyer's letter in the middle of a global pandemic, but pulled it off, bought my house out, did a whole lot of things, pulled it off. But one of the things that I lost during the divorce was we had a travel trailer, and I had great plans for this travel trailer. Were you still seeing me?
Yes,
Yeah.
you bet.
Oh, good. Okay. I had great plans for this. You didn't move. I wasn't sure if I was still alive. Had great plans for this travel trailer to take it and go camping and do things with the kids. And I wasn't super comfortable pulling it, but a girlfriend of mine said a couple years ago, "Why don't you drive it?" And I thought, I don't know, I guess because I didn't. So I had to give it up in the divorce. So I didn't have enough money. So I had to give him the travel trailer and the Highlander to pull it. So in January, first week of January, I don't know what was going on. And I got through the year and I thought, I want to go camping with my kids. They're 13 and 15. I've only got their interest for a little bit longer. And I really wanted to be able to hook this damn thing up and just go and do my thing. So one Tuesday morning, I decided that I was going to trade my car in. And by Friday, I traded my car in. Saturday morning, I drove to Abbotsford and I bought a trailer. I'm waiting for the awning to be installed and it's coming back. And I'm absolutely terrified to pull it. I will admit, I booked a campsite for the middle of July in Tofino on this beautiful campground. I have no idea, it scares the bejesus out of me, but I'm doing it because you know what? What makes me feel really, really fabulous is when I step through the fear. And that's a really big one for me because I've had a lot of fear come up the last couple of years, but when I step through it, that's when I feel amazing.
Powerful. I want to come camping too.
Absolutely. It's tiny. It's definitely not, it's not glamping by any means. It's only 17 feet. And it's got bunk beds for the boys. And the sink is, 12 inches wide. But I'm so excited. And I'm doing my first solo trip second week of March. I've booked a beautiful campsite right on the ocean. And I'm going for 3 days, just me. And I just hope the trailer's ready because I'm waiting for the awning. So I haven't brought it home yet. But it's mine. I got the keys. I got the insurance. I'm so excited.
Well, congratulations. That sounds like a fabulous experience to come. But the experience of stepping through the fear, just like Holly mentioned earlier, often it's the win, right? That makes us feel great.
And it's always worse in your head. Always. Right? My oldest kid has a fair bit of fear-based stuff, and we always talk about it. It's always worse in his head.
Absolutely. So I can't believe it's already 8:38. We've been on here over the 30 minutes, but we still have a few things and a few more prizes to give out. So I hope you'll stay on. Is there anybody else that would like to share a story of their most fabulous experience?
I'd like to share mine.
Oh, go for it, Cheryl. Welcome.
All right. Well, thank you so much. This has been such fun. So thank you, Sherry and Anne. And it's great to meet all of you. And I'd like to say to you, Gina Best, your best year, 2021, is just off the charts. I have loved it. I downloaded it and have been using it, filled it all out. It's great, great, great stuff. So thank you for sharing that with us. And so my fabulous story is, it's about manifestation and mindset. So I was, I have dual citizenship. I was born in the US and I lived most of my life in Canada. But for some strange reason, 18 years ago, I decided I needed to be in Las Vegas. So my husband was deceased. My kids were grown. They all live here. And I went to Las Vegas. I learned a truckload of stuff that I've told myself I couldn't have learned it in Canada. I don't know if that's true. However, about 3 years ago, I decided I got to get back to Canada. Like, how am I going to do it? And I wanted to live at the beach. I always, I would come and we'd always go downtown. Grandpa Island was my ideal place. And I wanted to live on the water. And it's not cheap, as you know, if you're in Vancouver, it's not cheap. So anyway, what happened last year during the year of COVID, I decided, I don't know how, but I've got to get to Vancouver. And because one of the reasons that was driving me is that I had lost all of my Canadian identification and I needed to get here so I could get that sorted. And I knew that would not be an easy task. Even though I received Canada pension and all that stuff, they know I'm a flipping Canadian, but yet they got to have this paperwork. So anyway, here's what I did. I manifested living at the beach. You can see it. I'm in White Rock, right on Marine Drive. I completely manifested it. And how did I do it? Every day, I don't know how many times, I said, I live at the beach. I'm going to the beach. I live at the beach. At first, I thought maybe I'll try San Diego. It was closer, you know, it was closer. There would have been less hassle. But no, I couldn't live there. That was not going to work. And October 31st, last year, I arrived here. Now that night, this was not easy either, but here's the fabulous part, because when you're doing what you're supposed to do, it all just evolves. So I get to the border 10:30 at night, and I have my US ID and passport, but I have 0 for Canada. And I said, I'm a Canadian and I'm coming to stay with my kids. I didn't say I'm moving back, because in my mind, that's what I'm doing. That's what I've done. And so, well, do you have the birth certificate of your children? Of course not, they're adults. And so it was one question after another. Then they put me in a little cubicle, and pretty soon they come back, not knowing whether they're going to ship me back or let me stay. My daughter's out there waiting. So here's the miraculous, fabulous thing that happened. The guy calls me over and he says, well, we found you in the computer. When you were 7 years old, you immigrated to Canada as a permanent resident in Ontario. And I thought, that didn't happen. 7 years old or not. So I said, well, I'm not sure. He says, you just forgot. You were only 7 years old. So here's what you need to do. I'm letting you go in, but you've got to get your paperwork fixed, lickety-split, before you ever come back, or you're going to go through hell. And so I said, okay. And I ran through the doors, and here I am. And here I am. And now today I go get my passport.
Oh, congratulations, Cheryl.
Not over yet. But I'm getting my passport, and that will give me the documentation that I need to get the piece of paper saying that, yes, you've been a damn citizen since you were 27. So, and I'm old. So thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun.
Well, welcome to Canada, Cheryl, or welcome back, I mean. Amazing. One more, anybody else like to share? Positive. Oh, hi, Ronald.
Hi, Sharon.
It's so nice to have you.
Thank you. First of all, I don't know if I want really to share something, but first of all, I have to say how fabulous all of you are. And each one of you from the where you are, bring me a lot of memories, because I lived 4 years in Canada, and when you talk about Canada, I mean, I'm just melting. And then you talk about New York, and I lived 5 years in Washington, and talk about New York, and I could talk hours about Washington. I loved Washington. And Washington for me, not so much as the town, but the people that I met there, the wonderful ladies, and the connection we had among the ladies. So for me, fabulous is actually talking to women and share all these experiences. And as a jewelry designer, I started my business when I was in Washington. And there I had so many events that each time I had to put something, and I didn't know how to renew my wardrobe, because every day I had to put something else. And I said, okay, I started making jewelry. And every time I put a piece of jewelry, each time somebody said something and wanted the piece. And like this, I started actually my jewelry. But when you talk about fabulous, I have so many anecdotes, but I will tell you just one anecdote. When I was, there was a big event, the Red Cross event in Florida. At that time, Trump was not president, but he was just a businessman. And he invited some ambassadors, and we were part of the invitation, and everybody told me, oh, but you have to put your jewelry, you have to put diamonds, and you have to put tiaras and sapphire and this. And obviously I didn't have this. So I decided just to design one necklace, and I put a really chunky statement, big necklace, with lots of pearls and blue colors and this. And I had obviously my gown like everybody else. And then I noticed how people just look at the necklace, because everybody was the same. Everybody had the diamonds and the things and the gold and the tiaras, and I was completely different. I had this, so it just showed me that not always, you have to be the same. I mean, you can be as well different. And people, the first thing they do, they just look at your eye level, and they look at your accessories, and they don't look at your gown. So my gown was nothing special really, but maybe this jewelry made it. So I felt so fabulous. I felt so special. And I remember when when it was over, I went to my husband and I said, wow, it's amazing. I really felt good tonight. People just looked and comment about it. So so fabulous is, as you say, I mean, feeling good and feeling happy. And when you're talking about the trips, I mean, going, and you said about the shower and having this wonderful balcony. I had the same in front of the Niagara Falls, and I felt I was in a movie, So this kind of things really, this kind of moments really, and in these special days of COVID, when sometimes you feel, okay, where are we going from here? And these fabulous moments really cheer you up. So thank you for bringing all these ladies together. Oops.
Oh, Ronna, thank you for sharing that, because you're absolutely right.
Oops. Something is falling down here.
It's okay. Let it go, girl.
Yeah.
The thing that I loved about what you shared, Ronna, is the fact that by being ourselves, it's not always the popular way or the cool way or what everyone else is doing. But that's the power of it, is because we are unique individuals. So embrace it. And of course, Ronna, your jewelry is just amazing.
Thank you.
Anybody would feel fabulous wearing your pieces. I just adore them. So thank you so much for sharing. And are you in Switzerland, Ronna?
Yes. Yes.
Great. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing that.
Thank you.
Now, there's one other woman. I'm not sure. She said maybe she had to leave. I'm not sure what her first name is, but is it N. Patsika? Are you still on?
Yeah, no, I'm up here.
Oh, hi. Do you have time to share them?
Doing?
And this will be our last one before we wrap up.
So I don't have one particular fabulous thing, because I try to feel fabulous every day. But I feel fabulous when the plane lands in Athens, Greece. And Golfo, my friend over there, must know the exact feeling. This year, I was unable to go, so I focused on my organization, and I put the link in the chat box. I'm hoping that you will send it to everyone. And my organization calls for peace in the world. We're not a big organization, but every year we get the community together and we put on a multicultural festival. And this year we had to do it online. And I knew nothing about how to do that. So my fabulous moment was, after many trials and tribulations, the festival came together, and it's a 3-day festival full of beautiful speeches and artists. And you can go to www.peacealways, it's in the chat.org, and watch the 3-day festival. So that's my little story this morning.
Well, and that's a great one. You know, COVID, I think what that has taught us is that, you know, a lot of technology, we have to embrace it, because, you know, where before you'd call your doctor and set up an appointment, now you have to do an online visit. So technology is definitely a baby of COVID, I would say. And again, always learning is something that keeps us fabulous, keeps us feeling fabulous. So thank you so much for sharing that. So we're on Instagram, and I hope that everyone will go and follow us. Fabulous University, YOU University, and we will follow you back. So if you're looking to grow your following, come follow us, as well as at 45 and Anne's Women Connect. So there's there's 3 right to add to your circle right there. So my last prize before Anne does the wrap up is I've been giving away, in case you didn't know, the things that I find fabulous. And this is a Lancome mascara, which if you're using your lashes, magnetic lashes, you might not need this, but this is an amazing mascara booster. And so it's almost, you put it underneath your, before you put your top coat of mascara, and it's just amazing. So that's the last thing. And what we'll be doing is we will be going to our Instagram, and the 4th new follower on Instagram will be sending this out to you. So go on there fast. We have had an exciting time. It's been amazing, the sharing. We're doing this every Friday at the same time. And Anne is going to give us a wrap up and tell us exactly how to register and if we need to register. So over to you, Anne.
Okay, thanks so much, Sherry. Yes, wow, it's been so awesome. I just love this idea of getting together and chatting with each other. And so I would like to give one more gift away, and that is I recently, well, last year October, started a platform that is called Women Connect. And it really is about women connecting women. So it's an elite membership program, and basically we connect women who have the same goals, and we give you tools to empower you in body, mind, and spirit. And we believe in your power as a woman and the power of women working together to change the world, because after all, I believe women can do that. And so Women Connect has a magazine that comes out every 2nd month, and this time the magazine will be coming out on the 12th of February, just before Valentine's. So it's a Valentine's issue, and all of you ladies will be getting a free issue of that magazine. It's digital, so we will send it to you in your via email, and just to say thank you for being here and sharing this time with us. And then also we've got so there's a website you can go on and you can have a look at it. I will put the link in for anyone who joins that. We've got a special price, a monthly membership price for you. It's really very, very, very cheap. So you can go and have a look at that. And then also just a quick mention, this whole Fabulous University what really came about because of Sherry's dream to help women overcome that whole thing on aging. Like, we're all getting to a certain age, and there is some overwhelm that comes with that. And Cherry has a 21-day challenge workshop that is also online and available. So we're not going to be selling to you today, because that's not the purpose of this. But we just want to let you know, because a lot of the giveaways and the encouragements and the lessons in these Fabulous Fridays TV shows are going to come from all our material that we want to use to help women realize their power and help them realize their fabulousness. Okay, so I just want to say thank you very much for being here, and I hope that we see all of you on Friday. There are some ladies that are on here that are actually part of Women Connect as the Inner Circle members. So, you know, you have Cheryl, Sherry, Gina, who also all, and Jenny Roberts. Jenny, hi, nice to see you here. And so we all just stick together, and we make things possible. So I appreciate, and on behalf of Sherry as well, I know she does appreciate that you all attended tonight, and thank you for telling your amazing, fabulous stories. So that's all from me, yeah.
So thank you, Anne. Now next week, we're every week we've got a topic, and there's going to be some things that you can do to spice up a little bit. And this is Valentine's Day is coming up. So next week, if you're going to attend, please bring or wear something red. And the topic is, what is the best experience you've had or you've given for Valentine's Day? Now, there should be some spicy things that people can share in that group.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back.
Yeah, don't hold back. And I wanted to just say, aren't these flowers fabulous? Gilligan's Girls Flowers on Main Street in Vancouver is doing these arrangements, and they are amazing, using our colors pink, white, and black. So it's just stunning. It made me feel so special when I got them yesterday delivered. So thank you everyone for coming. It's been so fun, and the sharing is what makes us feel fabulous. Mm-hmm. So TGIF, thank God it's Friday, but also thank God I'm fabulous. Don't forget that you are fabulous. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao, everybody. Ciao.
Bye.